This has all changed the way money works, but there's both attacks on both sides, and driving down the cost is a preeminent thing. And we've been driving that cost down hard because we want a cashless society.
We want a cashless society.
How close are we? The cashless society is right upon us. Enforcement of the mark of the beast to follow. There are many signs of the end times, but one particular sign shows how close we are getting to the last days and enforcement of the mark of the beast. And that sign is the cashless society, which is being pushed around the world. In a recent interview, a head at the Bank of Ireland said the following: "I lived in Denmark for a few years and it is pretty much a cashless society, so I rarely carry cash since I've returned to Ireland. This has resulted in a few embarrassing moments in some bars and retailers, but I always manage to find an alternative." Source will be in the description below. More and more people around the world are turning to quick electronic means of payment, and the governments and financial institutions are pushing ahead with creating cashless societies. We reported earlier this year how the CEO of the Bank of America was calling for and putting the systems in place for a cashless society. Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan kicked off Fortune's inaugural Brainstorm Finance Conference in Montauk, New York, on Wednesday by discussing the tech-driven strides made by one of the country's largest financial institutions. By his estimation, the financial institution has probably spent $30 billion on code over the past 8 years to develop and improve its technological infrastructure. "We want a cashless society," he said. Source will be in the description below. And this is happening all over the world. Just take a look at the following news articles, and these are just a few. Rise of cashless society sees coin sales plummet for Royal Australian Mint. Sweden's central bank to test digital currency. Central banks should consider issuing digital money, IMF's Christine Lagarde says. Africa's quest for a cashless economy gains momentum. India is likely to become the first digital cashless society. Japan wants to go cashless, but elderly aren't so keen. Is Scotland ready to become a cashless society? Millions in UK choose a cashless lifestyle. This is right upon us, friends. Soon we will see cash fade away and replaced with purely electronic/biometric means of buying and selling. But what does that mean? It means that the system will be in place ready for the enforcement of the mark of the beast. And because cash will be gone, it will be easy for those in control to stop us from buying and selling if we do not accept the mark. All they will need to do is simply press a button and our ability to buy and sell will be blocked. So the question is, are you ready to suffer for Christ? Are you ready to lose everything in this world for heaven? We will need faith like never before to get through the dark days coming. So what is the mark of the beast? Many believe the mark will be a literal mark like an RFID chip or ID card, but this cannot be. As we show on our page, is the RFID chip the mark? I will leave it in the description below. Please read it with an open heart and in prayer to learn the truth. No, The mark of the beast is all to do with allegiance and worship. To find out what the mark of the beast is, you first need to find out who the beast itself is. And if you read our page, the seven-headed beast of Revelation, which I will leave in the description below, and I also made a video on this, you will find out that the beast is the Papal Church of Rome. Therefore, the mark of the beast is the mark of the Papal Church of Rome. And if you read our page 666, the mark of the beast, which I will also leave in the description, you will find that the mark is the Sunday rest law, which the Roman Catholic Church once enforced around the world, in opposition to God's holy seventh-day Sabbath. Make sure to see our The Bible Sabbath website. It is very important. I will leave in the description. And what is being pushed upon the world now? Climate change, which is Rome's clever ploy to get her Sunday rest law enforced around the world. See our page, Revelation 13 says the ground will worship the beast. All of these will be in the description below. The cashless society is right upon us, and this is a sign of how close we are to the mark of the beast being enforced. So we must be ready. Our lives must be fully surrendered to Jesus Christ in order to be ready for the time of trouble that God's people are soon to go through. Are you ready to have nothing in this world apart from your faith? Let us lay off the things of the world, because if we are still attached to worldly things like money, jobs, houses, cars, entertainment, etc., then we will end up wanting to continue holding on to them when the mark is enforced, and it will be a snare to us. It is time to let go and surrender all to Jesus. Matthew 22 verses 37 through 38.
Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
The Catholic Church says, no, by my divine power I abolished the Sabbath day and command you to keep the first day of the week. And lo, the entire civilized world bows down in reverent obedience to the command of the Holy Catholic Church. The authority of the Church could therefore not be bound to the authority of the Scriptures, because the Church had changed the Sabbath into Sunday, not by command of Christ, but by its own authority. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. From the birth of Popery to the present time, it is estimated by careful and credible historians that more than 50 millions of the human family have been slaughtered for the crime of heresy by popish persecutors, an average of more than 40,000 religious murders for every year of the existence of Popery to the present day. The Church of Rome has shed more innocent blood than any other institution that has ever existed among mankind, will be questioned by no Protestant who has a competent knowledge of history. It is impossible to form a complete conception of the multitude of her victims, and it is quite certain that no powers of imagination can adequately realize their sufferings. Some have suffered torture because they would not rest when others kept Sunday, for they declared it to be the holiday and law of Antichrist. Council Moscow 1503. The accused Sabbath keepers were summoned. They openly acknowledged the new faith and defended the same. The most prominent of them were condemned to death and burned publicly in cages at Moscow, December 17, 1503. This organization proposes in every possible way to aid in preserving Sunday as a civil institution. Our national security requires the active support of all good citizens in the maintenance of our American Sabbath. Sunday laws must be enforced.
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me.
Because they know not him that sent me.
They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God service. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father, nor me. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
Visit our website for more amazing Bible truths. Please prayerfully study this information, as it is of utmost importance for everyone. Also, to stay up to date on end-time news, go to our website, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter. All links will be in the description below. Thank you for listening, and please heed the warning. God bless. Thank you for watching. I pray this message has opened your eyes. Please make sure to read the links in the description and check out these amazing Bible truth videos. For more amazing Bible truths / Bible studies, go to end-times-prophecy.org. The links will be in the description below. God bless.